Hello, my name is Miriam. I've got some questions for you. Do you have people in your life that find it almost impossible to apologize? Maybe your children wouldn't say sorry, or perhaps you're the person who finds it really hard to admit your mistakes. And my question is, why? I mean, we all know that nobody's perfect, we all make mistakes, to err is human. So why is it so hard for us to admit our mistakes and to say sorry? And what could we do as parents to make sure that the next generation isn't brought up with the same kind of problem? And the answer to the first question of why is it so hard to apologize is, for lots of people, an apology is experienced as some kind of shameful or humiliating thing. Even though the person you're apologizing to may not mean it this way, you may be hearing that he's saying something like, I'm right, you're wrong, therefore I'm better than you, and now you need to apologize to me and you need to listen to me and do what I say, and I'm not going to forget it very easily, I'm not going to forgive you, you need to prove yourself to me now. Like, if this is what you're hearing, why on earth would you ever want to apologize to anyone? But this is not what the person is necessarily saying, but we still hear it this way sometimes. So the question is again, why? And to answer this one, we need to go back to our own distant past when we were children. And especially in Western culture, in my view, children are made to apologize far before they're ready for it. They are made to apologize when they're really small and they don't even understand what sorry means. I'm talking about 2 or 3 years old. Children who don't really understand, they don't have the maturity to understand that other people have got thoughts and feelings that are different than their own, but they're made to say sorry, and all they understand is that people are upset with them. So this is one reason. And then as the child grows up, and as maybe you were growing up, you had to apologize a million times to your teachers, to your parents, during your primary and secondary school years, for not having done your homework, having done half of your homework, not having the right equipment in the right place, being late, being unkind to other children in other people's opinions. And a lot of the times, maybe you didn't even feel it was fair and you felt hard done by, and you were actually weak and small and humiliated. And now that has been a connection that was made in your brain, perhaps, between apologizing and feeling weak and small. So what do we do about our own children, and how can we help them not fall into the same kind of trap? And I'm going to give you 3 ideas. They're not difficult to understand, but they can be hard to put into practice because they go against our instincts maybe, or against our habits. But as more you practice it, the easier it's going to become, and the results are really good. So the first one is relevant to you only if you find mistakes hard to admit yourself. And that's an invitation to remind yourself that you're not weak anymore and nobody can control you, and to disconnect between all these feelings that are associated with apologizing in the current situation, because now it's not going to be your high school teacher or a very angry parent who's got power over you. It's probably going to be your child or your life partner, and it's really great to just apologize if you can. It's going to make things easy, and it really does not mean that there's anything wrong with you. It also, in my view, shows that you are strong rather than weak, because it means that you could put all this past behind you and still feel good about yourself, even if you've done something that's not perfect. So that's the first one. The second one, I would say, just make it a point to apologize deliberately when an apology is due. So even little things such as, oh, I promised you that we're going to have pasta, but look, there isn't any left. I'm so sorry, you must be disappointed. We have to eat something else, I'm sorry. So when a child hears that, over time, he hears all kinds of apologies coming from adults in their lives, then children are going to feel, yeah, it's okay to apologize, it's normal to apologize, everybody does it, I can do it, not a big deal. And the third one is an invitation not to ask your children to say sorry when they're not sorry. So if they're too young to understand what sorry means, you can stop the behavior that's causing a problem. Say they snatched a toy from their brother, you can make them give it back. You can explain that we don't snatch in our house, but don't make them sorry, because all it's going to do is get them to become resentful towards their brother, towards you, and hate apologizing. And when they're older and they understand exactly why they need to apologize, and when an apology is due, what you want to do is wait for the point where they feel guilty about what they've done, when they feel uneasy about it, and they're ready and wanting to apologize, and then apologizing, rather than demand it before they're ready to even think that they've done anything wrong, because they're too upset about what's going on. And that's not an easy thing to do at all. And the way to do it is going to be the topic of my next video. So if you like this content and you want to hear a little bit more, come and check it out next week. And please give me a like and subscribe, and enjoy your children in the meantime. Thank you. Bye-bye.